Well, g'day everyone, and I don't know whether I'm here, Kelly. Everyone, I'm here. Is Patreon working? I don't know whether I've done the right thing. Look, I've just oh God, I've just spoken to Claire, everyone, and we love our Claire Cosgriff, and she's had a shocker of a week, and she just wanted to tell me. So I'm late coming on, and I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm allowed to tell you what happened. I can't not talk about this tonight, everybody. Is Patreon working? I don't know whether I've done it right on Patreon tonight or anything, and I'm just going to have a look. Is Patreon working? Jenny, can you see me on Patreon, everybody? Okay. Rightio, listen, everyone. I'm late tonight. I've been talking to Claire Cosgriff. And this is something that tears our heart out. Now, she's a beautiful berry. She has beautiful neighbours. Tuesday, a week ago, her neighbour's son, who's 17 years old, hung himself. One of her son Max's friends, and she told me all the details, and they're struggling, everybody. So we're sending our love to Claire. The question always, my sister committed suicide, by the way, but the question always comes up, why? They'll never know why. Never. And something that someone told me once that was gonna, and she's on. Oh, sorry, it's Claire's nephew, darling. She's on. Claire's on here, everyone. So we're sending our love to them, and they're never, ever going to get over this. And it's terrible news. And Claire is just the most beautiful berry, like you all are. But I want to talk about suicide. I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. Because, as you know, my sister did, but she was 53 and anorexic. But I knew a lady once, and she told me that she nearly committed suicide. She had mental health issues. And she told me what happened. She said, before I was going to do it, and I don't know what stopped her. She said, before I was going to do it, I was the happiest. And she said, I had the plan. I knew what I was going to do. For a week, I knew what I was going to do. And I'm just read what you said, Margaret, and I can understand that. But sometimes people are really happy before they go because they've made the plan. Because she suffers from mental health issues. Claire, everyone's sending you their love. And she had really bad mental health issues. And she said her demons were in her head, and she'd see a psychologist. But she said, I was so happy. I knew those demons were going to go away because I wasn't going to be here. And I was so happy for that week. No one would have known that was my plan. So I want everyone to know that for most people, Margaret, that yours is a different thing. But for most people that do it, they're happy because they think they're doing the right thing. They're in a different mindset to us. And don't think for a minute you can stop them, because I don't think you can. And I see all that, the mental health staff and how people, there's lots of places you can go to and talk, and that I think the people that might think they want to will go, but the ones that really have it made up in their mind, they're not, because they're happy. And they think that they're going to make the people around them happier. And it's awful. Callie's had 2 suicides in her family, both young men. Yep. It's often the men, and it's because they don't talk about it. Another thing that Claire said, that the school's really good, that everyone's really good, that they're rallying around them. And that there's counsellors there, because you're going to have a lot of kids at the school that don't cope with this. And I think we all remember don't we? And I was talking to Claire about this, and I love Claire, and you know we all love Claire. G'day, Lynette Pogany. By the way, I love that picture of you. So tonight I was going to get on and be happy, but I think we need sometimes to have the conversation. They feel like a burden. Lou Green, you hit it on the head. They think that they're just trouble, that they're friends and family, that they're just too much. They think that they're going to do the right thing, and I think they're brave. And I can't stand that saying that cowards commit suicide. No, they don't. Brave people do, because it's not what we normally do. We're born and our natural instinct is to stay alive. Have a look at us all going through stuff and we're still here. It's our natural, it's just natural. So when they don't feel like that, it's not natural. There's something else going on. And we have to understand that. And when I went to my Bruce's cousin's funeral last year, she didn't want to have a funeral, his wife. And I was so bloody glad she did. It was a bloody ripper, because he deserved a great funeral. And it's none of that bullshit like they used to have, that it's what is it, a sin? No, it's not. None of that shit. It's just that these people are different. And our kids, they go through a lot, but the average kid will go through it. Something wasn't right, but it's nothing to do with other people, because I think he was probably a brave young man, a brave and troubled young man who was doing the right thing for the people around him, or as he thought. We all know that's not right, but they don't think like us, because as I said, it's not a natural thing to do, everybody. It's just not. So, what happens in the brain or in your thoughts to make you do that? Otherwise, we all go through shit in our lives. I can understand your cousin, Margaret Bell. It's different. Brenda's had 3 members of her family. It's coming out. Brenda's had 3 members of her family. Kelly's had 2 suicides. I've had 1. Margaret's had a cousin. Lou's husband. Yeah, that's right. You told me, Lou Green. Lou's husband died by suicide. God, we're full of it. And there you go. And that's our little group on tonight. So we have to live with it, but please, no one lives with guilt. And Lou, you would have known that your husband was in a right place, but he thought he was doing the right thing by you, and they think that they're going to make your life better. That's it, Margaret Bell. So anyway, that was Claire tonight, and that's why I was late on, everyone, and I do apologise for that, but I know you're not going to care. And it's Tuesday night, and I was just talking to Pam, and she's over winter, and so am I, and so are you, and I think we need some good times to roll around. So the good times are going to roll around with me. I'm going to make good times. I want you all to make good times. Next week, I'll be going I've got to make some phone calls. Hello, Liz Ball. Yeah, Liz, right? I'm telling you straight out, Liz. Claire Cosgriff's nephew committed suicide a week ago. He's 17 years old, and he hung himself. Same age as her son, Max, who's in year 12, and she's struggling, and she just rung me. So she's a beautiful person. We just bloody friggin' love her. And she's a true berry. And now it's come out that Lou, her husband, committed suicide. We've got Kelly had 2 in her family. We've got Brenda had 3 members of her family. We've got Margaret Bell had a cousin. We've got them everywhere. And we don't often have the conversation, do we? We get on with it. I mean, you grieve, but a 17-year-old, you don't get over it. You don't get over any of them. So, yeah, it's a very sad time for her. She's been through enough, actually, and thank God Greg got home from London. So it's Greg's brother's child, and they live 4 doors down from them. God, I don't know what I want to talk about now. What I'm having for tea, a pot roast, because I pulled a bit of beef out of the freezer. It was a bit tough, Liz Ball, so I pot roasted it. and that's what I've done today. Oh, I am going to do something, and thank you, Liz. I'm glad you're sending everyone. We are sending our love to Claire. She might have us on. I don't know. She was on before, and she said she doesn't feel like, or she doesn't have to. Oh, Virginia, someone's trying to ring me, and I've just I can't stand that. I've just got rid of it. Hello, Lynn. Or how are you, darling? I've got to learn how to block telephone calls while I'm talking to everybody. Do you know how to do that? Karen McEwen's on. That's right, Karen McEwen. Nobody does in their right frame of mind. We all have to remember that life goes on. And life can be so hard for so many people. I saw a young girl today, by the way. Her name's Ali DiCecco. Now, last year, you might remember when we went into a lockdown in Apollo Bay, and the government said no more money for lockdowns in the regional area. No, that's right. Melbourne went into lockdown, and we weren't in Apollo Bay. So without lockdown, I tell you what, we may as well be in lockdown now. There's no one here. But there was no money for the kids. And this kid, Ali's 30, but she's a kid in my eyes. I said, how old are you, Ali? She said, 30. I said, oh, shit, love, I remember when you were little. She's a beautiful child, beautiful girl. And little Ali, last year, went to start a new job. And she's a single mother. She's got a 9-year-old little girl. No money for her. She had no money for anything. And she came into me in the shoe shop and she said, Lyni, I've got this new job I'm going to start next week and I need a decent pair of shoes. She never bought a decent pair of shoes. She didn't know what a size was. I said, oh, darling. I said, have you got any money to pay for these shoes? And she said, no, but I've got to get them for work. It's a new job and I've got to get dressed up. It's an office job. And she'd always just worked in the pub or been a cleaner. Oh, good Lou, fresh meat, lum. Yeah, anyway, little Ellie saw her at the supermarket. So I gave her a pair of shoes and you guys donated money and she was one of the recipients of a food voucher to get her through till she got some money from starting work again. And I saw her today. She's struggling. So now she's in a house, and thank you to everyone that gave that money. We gave a lot of money in vouchers. It went to the school, who went and took it to the social worker, who divvied it up in the community. You guys did that. Anyway, I saw her today. And so the poor kid, bloody hell, was lovely to see her. She's a beautiful girl, but I thought, bloody hell, we helped that kid and she's gorgeous. She's struggling, but she's getting there. But you know what she's saying, how expensive the rents have got here. She has got a house to rent, but she probably won't stay here. I thought, oh, Jesus, I saw it on telly last night. The lady that's on a pension that can't pay for a power bill. We've got Brenda in the UK. I've been talking to them. They can't afford to pay the power bills either. The world's gone mad. We need to do, I don't know what we do about this. Here's this gorgeous little single mum. Beautiful, beautiful looking, but beautiful girl. She was a twin. And struggling like mad. And she's in the supermarket and I'm thinking, Jesus, you'll have to buy everything on special. Yeah, just bloody tough. Hello, Brooklyn Bruff. How are you, darling? I thought everyone's struggling. Everyone's struggling. So, just been struggle street today, hasn't it? But on the bright side, Kev's out the back. Kev's out the back. Another thing I've got to do for Struggle Street is I've got to try and get rid of stock. And someone said to me, can I put it on Patreon first, what I'm trying to get rid of, before I put it on Facebook. And I'm going to put I just burped, 3 styles of boot up. And you can have a look. One's $40 and the other two are $60, which is a third of the price. And if you want them, send me a private message. Otherwise, I'll put them on the Love Your Guts page tomorrow. And I'm just going to gradually try and sell stuff. And I haven't felt like it, but I have to. And I know most people don't have any money at the moment, but have a look. Oh, Brooklyn Bruff's feeling better since since she's had the COVID, and she's going back to work on Friday. Good on you, love. We'll talk in the case today, and her husband Felice, he actually still got crook. So yeah, Lou, it is the accidental meat delivery. Sounds like you could make a movie about that, Lou. God, well, I go to the supermarket and buy everything on special. Thank you, Marie. That's what someone asked me to do. So they asked me to give you guys on Patreon the go first. And if you want to, just send me a private message and we'll figure it out from there. Otherwise, in a couple of days, I'll put them on Facebook and just try and get rid of it. That's it, Margaret Bell, you did. And I saw her today and she's bloody gorgeous. And I thought, Karen McEwen's on jury duty tomorrow. Well, you know what, love? They may or may not want you. You don't know. And you know, our group is wonderful. So for all that crap we went through, we've come through the other end and we're still supporting each other. I'm a carnivore, Brooklyn Bruff. I'm having pot roast that was tough that I cooked in the oven in a bit of stock with roast veggies in the air fryer tonight because it's hey, guess what? Hey, Virginia Henderson, are you still on? Because you're the nurse, and Jenny Blazer, you're the nurse. Listen, I had a fasting day yesterday, so I only had, 400, 500 calories. And this morning my blood sugar was I think it was 5.8. Now, yesterday, after I wasn't fasting, it was 7.5, and today it was 5.8. So that's good, isn't it? Oh, you got roast. Oh, they can't take it back. What a shame, Lou. Bung it in your freezer, love. Bung it in your freezer, and don't worry, the other people, they won't miss out either. So Liz Ball would have loved that. You have to go. Love you, Liz Ball. Go and do what you have to do. And Charlotte Jelly's come on. How are you, darling? Nice to see you all. Oh, a Barbie. Good one. Yeah, Marie, 4 to 8 is the range. Well, but I was better today after I'd fasted. So fasting's good for me. Do you think if I never ate again that my blood sugar might go lower? What do you think about that one? I do eat. I do have to eat. Speaking of eating, bloody Kev today, when I was going to take some movie of him and I had a shower. No, I'm not going to, Marisha. And I was going to have it. I thought, oh, God, he's so low down. Bruce come inside. He goes, Kev's really low tonight. Today, you can look straight at him in the tree. So I thought, I'll have me shower. I'll go out. I'll do a live where Kev is. Had me shower, got dressed, went out the back. He's up the top of the tree. You could barely see him. All you could see was the leaves moving around. He was having a feed. I did do a little live and you saw it. God, it makes my day, that koala. Anyway, I went out later today and I got a good photo of him and I put it on somewhere and he was a bit lower. It's really windy here. Batten down the hatches. Is it going to get really wet? Charlotte, I didn't think it was going to rain, but I've got me stuff off the line. I thought it was just going to be windy. Let me have a look. Oh, you're right, love. It's going to rain tonight. Lucky I got me washing off the line. Yeah. God. So, you know what? That's not a good thing for us. We've all had enough. And Debbie Lane's going to go and see. I hope she's on here. Oh, Marie, I know. Casey said it was beautiful in Brisbane today. And I know. Well, we've had a terrible. I know you've had a pretty shitty time too. It's getting really cold down the Mornington. There you go. Oh, I do. Hey, on the days where I'm not fasting, Virginia, I do eat well. So this is what can I tell you what I ate? Today I had a bowl of porridge this morning for breakfast with some low-fat milk and a coffee. Then I have had a couple of cups of coffee today, and for lunch I had a boiled egg and a pear. No, that was yesterday. No, today I had no, that was no, today I had the porridge. Then I had lettuce salad with tomatoes, cucumber, a boiled egg, and some beetroot, followed by half a rock melon. I ate the whole half a rock melon, and a 52 calorie chocolate mousse that was in the fridge. Then I've had another cuppa. What else have I eaten today? I'm going to have a roast for night tonight. So I've got meat, spud, sweet potato, carrot, and peas. What do you think about that? Pretty good, actually. With probably for dessert, I might have some yogurt. Sugar-free, of course. Tell you what. Hey, Cal, have you bought those sugar-free bickies? Sugar-free shortbread, and they are delicious. Oh, it's raining in England, Brenda. Hey, and you've got a cat in your bird table. That's not a good sign, Brenda. Is that your cat? Oh, is it? I do like a bit of beetroot. And tomorrow I had a bit of a hankering for falafel balls. So tomorrow I'm going to make some more. If anyone made those falafel balls that I made the other night while I was yakking, they are delicious actually. Margaret, it's not good here. Oh, too much fruit. Virginia, I ate the whole half. Yeah, anyway, it was nice. But I only ate 2 pieces of fruit. 2, 1 pear and half a whole rock melon. And can I have the other half tomorrow? They are yummy, those sugar-free shortbread. They're actually, you don't need the ones with sugar in them, not that they do. Virginia, I know it's hard, but I'm not doing a bad job. Callie's better than me because when we go to Sydney, I'm not having the diabetic high tea because when we're in Adelaide, and I love Katrina Winterbank, she goes, Lyni, you and Callie, you have to have the diabetic high tea. And Callie didn't come. And do you know what they put on the plate? Dried fruit with blue cheese. Now, I'm not sure that the dried fruit's actually that good for me, but I ate everything that wasn't diabetic. There you go. But I also want to lose weight, Virginia. So I've got today's me, that 5-2 thing. You lose 1 pound a week. So that's all right. Hey, I'll tell you what I have been doing. Has anyone watched Peaky Blinders, that show on Netflix? Oh my God, I'm addicted. My God, he's good looking. Thomas, oh, I love Thomas. I'm up to the bit where I think his girlfriend got shot by the cop. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, but Virginia, that's what they put on our plate. And I ate it all. I love dry fruit. I eat prunes, by the way. Yeah. Oh, isn't it good, Lou? I'm only up to series 1, so don't tell me what happens. I'll keep my eyes shut. But that's what I've been doing at night time after I've been talking to you, is watching Peaky Blinders. And the Commonwealth Games, we've won everything, Brenda. I think we've won a lot, love. I hope you've been barracking for Australia, Brenda. Do you watch the Commonwealth Games? Because I quite enjoy. I think you'll probably win all the athletics. I tell you what, I really like is Yana Pittman. Now she was. Oh, you loved it too. Oh, I tell you what, I like too. I love the gymnastics. And I love the diving because, I was taught by an Olympic diver. I might have told you this story when I was at school in the 70s. He was my science teacher. Don Wagstaff was his name, and I think he won a bronze. And then he went on to become a commentator at games after that. Wow. And we named him Donny Godiva. We were so proud to have a teacher that was in the Commonwealth Games, Donny Godiva. I think he might have gone to the Olympic Games too, actually. And he still lives in Apollo Bay. And I still call him Donny Godiva. And he's as fit as a bloody fiddle. Well, he's been a bit crook lately, but he's in his 70s and he still works all the time. He's bloody fantastic. And Karen, his wife, is gorgeous. She was so gorgeous in the day. She used to wear mini skirts and long white boots. I'll never forget that. That was in the 70s. I mean, she was married to an Olympic diver. Gosh, and he was in a polar bear. He's still here. Oh, Virginia's good at giving healthy eating advice. Oh, good on you, darling. You know what? Well, we all know it's like the smokers that say you could, like all the doctors that smoke that say you shouldn't smoke. They're good at telling everyone not to, but it's hard themselves. So there you go. But Virginia, thank you. And I tell you what, Kelly Robinson's coming to Sydney with me, so she'll watch everything I do. No, you won't, Kelly Robinson. It's Bridesmaids. And anyone that wants to come with us, by the way, you're more than welcome. I said that to Claire. She really feels like she needs to get away. Her and Jane should be coming. Virginia wanted a pair of long white boots. Well, I'm selling navy blue ones, and I have them, everyone, by the way. The boots that I'm selling, I don't have the Sala ones because I'm not that Kaz, but I have the others. I have them all. I really like them. I love my boots in winter, the ones that are stretchy on the leg. Now, Cal, yeah, I know, Kelly. So it might be you and Bev sleeping together, or me and Bev. But we could I thought we could bring someone else in to sleep with us. I mean, we can top and tail. And Friday night, I'm looking forward to having a little girls' night out. Everyone, we might be dancing. Hey, Callie, do normal people, hey, is there any Sydneyites on here tonight? Do normal people go to King's Cross on a Friday night to party? That's what I'd like to know. Do normal people do that? Or is that for other sorts of people that we don't know? I'd just like to know that because I think I've driven through King's Cross and that was it. So how far is King's Cross from the city, by the way, or is it in the city? We do not have a Sydney cider on here tonight. So why isn't Joanne Hazel here? Oh, Judy's come on, my bloody Judy Walpole. Well, Jude, some awful news, and I talked about it earlier. It's next to the city. Do you want to come with us, Lou? And Judy, Claire Cosgriff's nephew, committed suicide a week ago. He was 17 years old. He hung himself. They live 4 doors up from Claire, the same age as her son. And Claire rang me specially to tell me. Now, she's probably not on. She was on here earlier, but she's probably not on tonight. They're all struggling. And we send our love to Claire and the families because most of us have been touched in some way or another by suicide, and it's come out tonight. It has come out tonight. Oh, so hey, Brooklyn Bruff, how come you were there in the 80s and 90s, you little bugger? Brooklyn Bruff. And next week, I hope to start organising the Bali trip. So I hope you still want to come because Judy Walpole said if we don't, she'll kill us. Isn't that little Judy Walpole? And I hear that Bali's pretty busy actually at the moment. So there you go. Just having a nice drink of water. Now, another thing I'm doing, Virginia Henderson, and you'll be very proud of me, I've decided I can only drink 2 bottles of Prosecco a week. That's one on Friday. That's one on Saturday, right? But we have Liz Ball here Sunday. So I might be a bit naughty, but no, I've cut down my drinking. So I know, Virginia, you'll be proud of me. And God, you're gorgeous. God, you're beautiful. And, oh, Judy Walpole, Marie Shaw's son's going to Bali tomorrow. Good on him. Where's he staying, Marie? We'd like to know. We'd like to know all that. And Jude, I hope you're all right. And how's your house? See, Jude's building a new house, everyone. She said, oh, these berries are coming. I may as well build a house so Lyni can come and stay with me. Actually, on Instagram today, I saw a beautiful picture of Chitra, and I reckon she's got a wig on. She had a wig today, a short wig, standing outside of her shop. So if anyone's in Bali, go and buy something off her. She's got cancer. Oh, it's a bit scary, Karen McEwen. Well, hey, Karen, You're in Sydney. Why don't you come in and come out? When are you coming in? Why don't you come out Friday night? Eh? Ooh, we might have a hangover in the Blue Mountains with Joanne Hazel. What do you reckon about that one? Because we've got Bev Anderson's decided, she's a long time dead. She's coming up too. So I did say to Claire, her and Jane, would they like to come? They're more than welcome to come to Sydney with us. And because Claire's been through a lot of other things as well, and you all know that. And she's just got a heart of gold, that girl. Like, you know what? All of you on this page on Patreon, you bloody have hearts of gold. Every bloody single one of you. Thanks. Thanks for having a heart of gold. That is the core of our group. And have you noticed, everyone? I love it too, Lynette. I would have been that Irish girl that got onto Thomas. Oh, yes. And actually, I reckon I had a nose like her. I was looking at her nose thinking, I reckon my nose is just like Grace's. There you go. That's when I start imagining things. Yeah, she's had a terrible time, Jude, and put this up and she'll see it. Yeah. And I might put something on the Love Your Guts page. Really to everyone. To everyone. Oh, it's beautifully filmed, Lynette Pogney. By the way, Lynette, congratulations on your job. And I bloody loved that picture of you in Woolworths. And I thought that is a typical Berry with a job with food and stuff. And you know what, Lynette? I think of I could do that. I reckon I could do that. Everyone would buy what I said, and I thought they don't do that in Apollo Bay, but they need me down there. That's something I could do. I could promote their cheap. They do have good cheap grog down there. I could promote that. I could stand there and say, look, I drink this all the time. You got to try it. Oh, I could go in there and talk about the meat with my boyfriends, Twisties and Brad that I love. Yeah. Oh, the Commonwealth Bank, it's a very, very good distraction, isn't it? It's a lovely photo of her, isn't it, Lou? And go mainland cheese. Well, there you go, Brooklyn. Remember when we used to buy coon cheese? And now they call it something else. I don't like it anymore. I buy Cracker Barrel, actually. Lynn Parker's here. Lynn Parker, I reckon I bloody would be good at that, standing in a supermarket getting people to try things. You've got mountains of cheese in your wrong delivery. Well, I tell you what, now listen here, Lou Green, you can freeze cheese. Did you know that? When the pandemic come and we thought we were going to die and run out of food, I froze everything. So I Googled everything and I got the cheese. Me neither, Margaret Bell. I won't. It's cheese. No, it's not coon, so I won't buy it. No, you actually chop it up, put it in little, I'll put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it. So you will be able to use everything there, love. Yes, Virginia. I tell you what, it is like winning. And Bev's on. I'm just talking about you, Bev. Now, Bev, have you booked 2 single beds in Sydney? Because I thought, well, maybe you and Callie could sleep together and I could sleep with someone else and then someone else could come. And then I want to go out Friday night by. Yep. It will be the best time together ever, and it will, Judy Walpole. Apart from that, when you come out to us, we will look after you. Don't you forget it. Hey, Jude, Malindo Air. Who books your airfares for you, love? Because Malindo Air's pretty good, and they come. Oh, see, Margaret Bell, have you got the same lippy as us? It doesn't come out so good on here, does it? No, it doesn't. It's a bit different. And sorry I was late today anyway. You slept most of the day. Just freeze it all, Lou, and chop it all up, and you'll have a bit here and a bit there. And if it keeps you going for a couple of weeks, good on you. Now, I don't know that any of much. Well, Lynn Parker's coming to see me on Sunday for lunch. Is anyone else? I don't know. There you go. Trust us, berries. We love when something falls into our laps like that. But anyway, yeah, it's a day of reflection when I hear these stories, and believe me, everybody, I do get stories from lots of you berries at different times, and not just you, from other berries, and I can cope, and I've learned to cope, and I don't know how come I can cope, but I can, and it's really grounding, to be honest. I go along and I think everyone's right, and then I'll get a message and they're not. I think I was put on this earth to have big ears and to tell you all that it's okay to not be okay, really. So there you go. I know you would, Brooklyn. Yeah, I've been a little bit taken aback by Claire, and um, but this isn't the first time something like this has been told to me. But I know Claire. I've known her for many, many years, and I know something about her. She's beautiful. And what's something about Claire? She's so grateful for small things. And when I first met Claire, that was something that really, really stuck in my mind. Really did. And she was in Apollo Bay with Greg. Greg's from a big family, and they were all staying just down from me, and it's a Catholic church owns it. And honestly, it's fallen down. It's a house that's fallen down, and they had a heap of kids because it costs nothing to stay there hardly, but they were all there. And she said to me, "I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be able to come to Apollo Bay for a holiday." And I looked at her and I thought, I have people in here all day that whinge and whine and carry on, and yet they're staying in the flashiest places. The weather mightn't be perfect. They whinge about the weather. They whinge about the fact the cleaner didn't clean just well enough. They whinge about the hamburger up the road wasn't cooked properly. They whinge about the sea. They whinge about everything. And then we had Claire, and I never forgot it. Honestly, I never ever forgot that. And I thought, we need to be more like Claire. So thank you, Claire, for being you, because you taught me a lot. And a lot of you have taught me a lot. You go through shit and you get on with it. And I feel sorry for myself sometimes. And then you have something, and bloody hell, I think, shit, what am I worried about? Life's about living, not about stuff. Jesus Christ. I do have to sell the boots though, but they're cheap. And yeah, Claire, you taught me a lot about life, actually. A lot of people that I met in my shop have taught me about life. Some of them have taught me not to be like them. Don't be like that person. They need to have a lesson. Some people, I think, haven't had things happen in their lives, and it's almost like that life experience is missing because they haven't had any hardships or real hardship. They lack compassion, and I used to find that, to be honest. And yeah, I would call some of them entitled, and none of us are like that. No, you wouldn't be on this group if you were. You just wouldn't. But I used to think, well, one day something will come and it'll teach them the lesson. That's what I used to think. And Raylene Egan Whitefield's on, and I tell you what, darling, are you coming on Sunday? Don't forget, I'm cooking the turkey. I'm going to pull it out. It's going to take a couple of days to thaw out. I love a good turkey meal, by the way. I'm not going to do Jamie Oliver's gravy because that takes a lot of work. So I'm just going to do the instant stuff, if that's all right, or make a big thing of it after I cook the turkey. So there you go. But you're all welcome, and you know that. And just let me know. Mental health issues are huge, Lou, and I'm going to say that this is how I see, this is me personally, what I see with mental health. Jude, don't say I'm pure gold, because I am not perfect. None of us are. That's okay. But we try and be good. So that's okay. We're not perfect, but we try and be good and we try and do the right thing, whatever that right thing we think it is. And that's all we can ask of ourselves is that we try. But to have compassion for other people is so important. And empathy is so important. And I do have that. I do have it. I feel it. And I used to meet people that had shit times and I would feel it. Good, Raylene. She's coming down Sunday. I'm making Nigella's spuds, love. You'll like them. She looks gorgeous. Yeah, create my own job. Well, Annette, my job is to make sure you're all okay. Right at the moment, my job is to make sure that you're okay and that we all look after each other and I bring you together. And that's how I feel. I really do feel it. I need to meet. My job is to go. I've got to get the map. Now, Casey said I can get a map of the world on cork somewhere, and I've got to get that map of the world and I've got to put it on the wall and I'm going to put your bloody names up there, right? Um, oh, there you go. Doesn't matter, Bev. Anyway, I was only kidding anyway. But, that is my job. I think I've found. Do you think I've found what my purpose in life is? I think I have. And all this time with businesses, I had to make a living and I still do. But there was always more to what I did. And I didn't realise until this happened. Well, no, because I just thought everyone was like me in a business. I thought that everyone was like me and that's what you did. You were in a shop or in a takeaway or in a pub and you listened. I've always listened. I've always listened. Always. And now I know that, and people would come to see me at the shop and they'd come back. Do you remember me? Or, and they used to go do it at the pub. I used to have all these old blokes at lunchtime. I used to do the lunchtime shift when I had Jessie. We lived in a town of 300 people. I used to have these old blokes that all come to the pub for lunch, like the old days, and they were gorgeous. They used to come to see me, but I used to get them all talking to each other. I was only very young. I was only in my late 20s then, and I could still do it. And yeah, I'm a people person, aren't I? I am. Anyway, everyone, can't wait. Well, Judy's beautiful, Lou, isn't she? And you all are. Maybe I'm doing a little bit of reminiscing tonight because of the conversation with Claire. Because it brings us all down. It brings you down to earth, doesn't it? This sort of stuff brings us all down to earth, down to the nitty bloody gritty. And those of you that have met me in the real world realise that I am the same as on here. No bullshit. Lynn Parker, what do you want for tea Friday night? Now, Lynn Parker's coming down Friday. Now, I have to cook her something for tea Friday night. Now, you won't be here Saturday night because you'll be going to the pub, I'm assuming, or something. So I thought, well, I'll make a pizza. What would you like me to cook you for? Actually, no, I'm just talking to Lynn Parker on here because she's got a holiday house 4 doors up and she's a bloody gorgeous person. And I've got to cook her tea on Friday night, unless we have little pickies. Oh, we could do that. Aldi pickies. Now, I'm going to have them Saturday night so we can do the, product review, but we could have some Friday night. I don't know yet. Yeah. That's right. Anyway, everyone, I'm not going to stay on too late tonight. Yeah. So sorry I was late coming on. Brenda, I would probably make a good counsellor, but I can't do the course now. I'm too old. I'm 63. Let's just bring our group together. Let's just look after each other, hey? And you're doing it now. When I was not on and you started to talk to each other, That's my job. My job is to let you do that. My job is to let you meet each other. I vision board, Virginia. My vision board is that friggin' map of the world, and you can come with me. And there, everyone might need a hug tonight, and Lou, she is. It's going to be a very difficult time for that family. It's just going to be. And she said there was awful weather, and the police come. Lorraine, just come on. Thanks for making me laugh, Lorraine. I needed that. She just said, I'm letting you know I'm not in bed. Has the weather been a bit better in Sydney? All I want when I come to Sydney is a 22-degree day, darling. It would be lovely with no rain. If I go to the Blue Mountains, I might need a coat. That's all. God, I love you. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, you're babysitting Saturday. Well, you know what, Raylene? That's very important. And do you know what I did today? My little lamb, she said, we had our private conversation. I said, what would you like? Because I don't see her hardly. What would you like from Granny? She said, all the kids have got Polly Pockets. Now, Casey had Polly Pockets as a baby, as a little girl, and they're just a tiny little doll, and you get them from Woolies. That what she wanted. Oh, I'd love a Polly Pocket. Oh, can you buy me one for my birthday? So I went down to Woolies. They were $7. They had 4 different types of Polly Pockets. I bought the 4. She's never had her mother had. She's an only child, and Casey's very big on not spoiling her. And she said, "Oh, Granny, I've never had licorice all sorts. Oh, Mum won't let me have them." I thought you won't like them. So anyway, packet of licorice all sorts. I went and packed them up and sent them up. Lou, that's what she's got. She's got 4 Polly Pockets. She'll have more than all the other. No, she won't. But you know. So Brooklyn said it's 22 in the Gold Coast tomorrow. Well, love, please enjoy the sunshine. That is like being in heaven. And to everyone that's in heaven, we say a prayer for you. There's a lot of bloody people we know in heaven, isn't there, everyone? A bloody lot. And then we have the newbies. We have little Audrey, which is my cousin's granddaughter. I put the picture on. We've got Raylene's little baby, little granddaughter. No, it's grandson, isn't it? I'm getting mucked up. But you all have grandchildren. We've got kids come along, and that's life goes on. The wheel keeps turning, doesn't it, really? So we have to remember we all get replaced on this earth. And you know what? My mother said to me when I was a kid, and in the Christian, if you're a Christian, we have an everlasting life when we die with Christ, with God. But my mother said to me, you know what? Your everlasting life's in your children and your grandchildren. And it bloody well is. It's the DNA. We pass it on, don't we? I'm on Ancestry, by the way, and I've had the DNA test, and I get messages all the time. First cousin, second cousin. Sort of good to know, really. Here am I getting deep and meaningful, and I'm going to go and watch Teddy. I love that name, Teddy. Now, I've got a friend, Anne McCormick, and she's got a Teddy. They make us happy. They make us happy, but we're meant to go before them. And that's what's happened to this family, isn't it? You're meant to go before your kids. A lot of you would know what it's like, and I don't. I don't even begin to try and understand how you must feel. Bev Anderson found Maureen, who's also a berry, through Ancestry. Hey, Bev, are we related, darling? And that's the beauty of it. Kelly's got Lily. We've got beautiful names. Aren't they beautiful names, all these little babies with these old names coming up again? I just love it. And some of them are amazing little names, you know, and Ada, that's cute. Anyway, everyone, I'm not going to stay on, and have a good night. I hope I haven't upset you too much, but just remember we've got each other, and if you're not feeling too good, send us a message or send each other a message or go and see someone, go and see your GP. There's counsellors out there. You can just go and have a chat. So I'm sorry if I've upset you. Now I'm worried. Please, everyone, look after yourselves. We're going to be okay, okay? I am the real deal, Charlotte. Don't ever think, you've met me. Brooklyn's got Percy and he's 5. I love the names. Just remember, everyone, they're our future. And Lorraine had a nice day today. Good stuff. And Bev's got Zalia, Harper. Can you remember them all, your guts? Winton, Marcus, Billy, and B. Oh, that's cute. They're all gorgeous. Oh, Bear. Did you really mean to write Bear? I love it. Bear Grylls. Oh, anyway, look after yourselves and don't forget we're here for each other. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Love you guts.